for any of my younger viewers who may watch this video, you feel me? This your cousin Woo, your favorite cousin, and possibly your damn uncle, depending on how young you is.
You probably their uncle.
Yeah, I found out I'm a lot of people's uncles. That's just crazy. We ain't gonna talk about it. But I would highly suggest when you first start working, that first check is going to hurt. And not because you ain't worked for your money. You definitely earned your grip. But it ain't going to hit the way that you think it's going to hit. You know why? Taxes are about to beat your monkey ass. I found that out. Biggie found that out. Everybody finds it out. That first check, oh, you excited. Oh, I finally made my own money. I'm about to buy. You ain't about to buy nothing. Nothing. Unless you work at a Fortune 500 or some good job where the minimum wage is fantastic, or maybe you're making above minimum wage. Maybe. But for the most part, that first check, them taxes, run all of that. So what I would suggest is that you start saving something. You ain't got to go fanatical about it. I personally save $300 off of every check that I get. That's just me. For most of y'all, if you're making about $300-400 region every 2 weeks, maybe a week, depending, hell, you ain't got to go with the big 100 out the gate. Not even 50. You can start off with $10 to $20. Because eventually that stuff's going to start adding up over time. We start making more money, you can start increasing your savings. Because savings can go into a bunch of things, whether it's saving for a rainy day, you never know when somebody might pass away, when you want to do something, whatever. As well as you might want to be saving for a car, an apartment, a house, something that it requires big boy and big woman cash. You did what I'm saying? So I would suggest you open up that savings account, as well as monitor your spending habits. You can't be making part-time money and having full-time spending habits. Food, clothes, whatever. You gotta basically delegate your needs and your wants. You need to eat. You want them J's. You need lights on in your crib. You want the Gucci belt. You dig what I'm saying?
If you got a part-time job trying to get a Gucci belt, there is no saving you.
That's Biggie talking. He's right, but that's Biggie talking.
I'm being completely honest. If you know your paycheck, especially if you part-time and you get paid weekly, not bi-weekly, because even though bi-weekly hurts, the check looks fat even for part-time on bi-weekly. But if you is weekly, so weekly part-time, you making like three, because part-time at Target, bi-weekly, I was making like 800. So if that was weekly, I'm making like 400, 350 a week, right?
Roughly, yeah.
If you is trying to buy a Gucci belt making $350 a week, there is no saving you, because you know you can't afford it.
Well, here's the thing.
1,000% no. Even if you save up, you know you got no business.
Well, here's the thing. I'm talking to younger people, because they stupid. I know this because I've been there. I was retarded at one point.
But that level, like, I know.
Well, here's the thing. I went to school with some of these people. That's why I know that they exist.
I was gonna say, I know some people younger than me who they buy some of that expensive stuff, but I also know that they have an actual good source of income. Like they had money to actually do this shit. Like it wasn't like, oh nah, I'm gonna be broke after this. Nah, they was good.
Well, that's the thing though. So again, delegate your needs and your wants. And if you live at home, you should definitely be saving that bread. If you live in some place where you ain't gotta pay crazy rent, cause I mean maybe you get to an age where your parents are all like, let me get $200 out of your check, 50 something, like nothing crazy. Save your bread. Granted, every now and again, yeah, get yourself a little something. But don't go splurging because you think you deserve it just because you finished 1 week of work. My nigga, that's what you're supposed to do.
Nigga, that's what you signed the contract for.
Yeah, you literally told them that you could clock in right now. What's up for a reason, my G. So, save your pennies. And if you don't feel comfortable with a savings account, which I would suggest because you get interest on that, but that's a whole different discussion in of itself. Just save some money to the side. Put it in a shoebox, a damn briefcase. Fill that briefcase. Something. Just keep that money to the side for a rainy day or for whatever you want to save for. Hell, if you was really young, like middle school getting into high school region or high school in like freshman, sophomore, whatever, and you want to save your bread for some J's or something, I understand. You want to flex on them. Okay. But if you senior, freshman in the high school type region, young, my G, it's time to start thinking big picture. Think about more than just the flash. Think about actually trying to have some type of longevity in this game that we call life. You dig what I'm saying? So save your pennies. Get educated. Stocks, fucking all that good shit. There's too much information. There's way too much information at the palm of your hand for you to be ignorant in some way, shape, or form when it comes to financial stability. And if you don't understand, ask your parents. Ask somebody who does know. Figure what you got.
Another thing, I might put y'all on game. If you have any, and I mean any living relatives that have been in the armed forces, you can get a Navy Federal account, and there is no like fees at all.
Well, that's what you have, didn't you?
Yes. Yep. Because my granddad was in the, I forget what part of the armed forces he was in, but he was in there. He was in there. I don't remember which part, but he was in there. So, if you have like an uncle, grandfather, even your dad, anybody living that's related to you was a part of the armed forces, you just need their information, like the information that they got from them, so that you can sign up for Navy Federal. You ain't got to pay no withdrawal fees, no service, none of that. They give you a savings account with that gets like like you was talking about, savings
interest.
Account has interest, yeah, has that. You get a savings account, checkings account if you want it. Like I said, no fees, because a lot of these banks be like, yeah, you have to pay a fee just for withdrawing your own money.
Yep. I mean, for some, you have to keep money in your savings account, otherwise you get a fee for it, unless you cancel that account.
Fifth Third.
Because that's what I'm in.
Fifth Third, man.
But like I said,
I'm glad I'm out of that.
I would suggest all my younger viewers, hell, even some of my older viewers, you be my age at this point, savings account, Robinhood is your best friend, Acorns is your best friend, all that stuff. Become financially literate in some way, shape, or form. The conventional way of 9 to 5 till you get 40 years old and hoping that you have a decent 401k and a pension is far outdated. It's great. It's great. It's great to have a 401k in some way, shape, or form, but you should at least be taking them steps. That way, by the time you get to your 30s and 40s, from saving your money from your early, mid-20s, and so on and so forth, that you have some type of cushion or some type of paper. I'm trying to help y'all out, because I care. Partially.
I mean, if you don't listen, then that ain't our fault.
That's what I mean by partially. That's what I mean by partially.
Hey, we gave you the information. It's your job to actually use it.
And apply it. Like I said, internet, Google it. If you don't understand the stock market, you don't even need to understand the stock market as far as like fully understanding trends and everything, like reading it. For the most part, just invest in what you know. That's my biggest piece of advice for you when it comes to the stock market. Invest in what you know. So I know video games and tech for the most part in that region. So that's primarily what I'm paying attention to. As well as a couple other things, but I ain't going to tell y'all all that because I ain't trying to get arrested. Acorns.
That ain't none of y'all business.
Yeah, Acorns is an app that you could have on your phone, which literally rounds up whatever that you spent. Like, if I spent like $5.18 or whatever on some food, it rounds it up to like the nearest dollar in my Acorns account, which then is getting attributed to essentially some stocks and some other stuff. So I'm getting that money back later on, because I can then withdraw it when I reach a certain limit that I want. Essentially, that's like the overall basis of it.
I'll also say with Acorn, please make sure you're keeping track of how much they're taking even for the roundup, because I definitely was not paying attention, and I realized, they done took like damn near $10 in roundups. I was like, I was expecting to spend that $10 on something that I can't do.
Nah, because I'm telling you, you gotta have a little something with that. It's pretty simple, but you can literally limit it too if you want to.
Oh yeah, I turned that shit off.
About 6, I have
it off for now.
I have it at my roundups, as well as I have them taking out money out of my account like every Wednesday or something like that. So basically, I have like multiple streams of like income coming in, which is another topic. But again, if you're young, start saving early. It's never too late to start saving. It's never too early to start saving, actually. Don't get that mindset, I'll start saving at 30. No, start saving that shit now. Something. 5, 10, 15, 20, something. Put that thing to the
We
side.
ain't telling you to pull a Gary Vee and be out there struggling all through your younger years. We just saying, save something.
Yeah, save something.
Don't
You ain't,
spend it all.
yeah, you ain't gotta be, oh, I got a $100 check, I'm about to save 90. If you can somehow live off $10 a week, great, good for
God
you.
bless you.
Yeah, good for you. But
God bless you.
if not, you can really save 10 and then attribute that 90 to whatever the hell you need to and make moves from there. Just trying to help y'all out. That's what y'all get. That's y'all live stream video for the day. We about to go shoot some shit on Call of Duty. I love y'all. And yeah, live stream time.